Hi, welcome back to another week of my business tips video series. So this week in the classroom, instead of focusing on customer service, our lecturer had a good mate of his come in who works for consumer affairs. And he did an hour-long presentation for us and had a bit of a Q&A session afterwards. So this week, not so much business-related tips, it's more for customers, for retail, okay? But obviously it reflects businesses as well. Now, my top 3 tips this week start with any item that you purchase from a retailer or from a store. If you bring that item home and it turns out that it's faulty or it's not as described on the packaging, you would then obviously take it back to the store and ask them about it. And it's probably happened to a few of you out there where the person in the store that you're talking to has said, "I'm sorry, we can't help you with that. You need to contact the manufacturer and take it up with them." That's a no-no under consumer affairs. If you've exchanged money for that item in that store, they then have the responsibility to either replace, repair, or refund you for that item. They can't send you back to the manufacturer. Tip number 2 this week, any product that's marked as sale, if it is faulty or is not as described, you can take it back for a refund, a repair, or a replacement. Often you'll walk into a store and you'll see the little sales rack sitting off to the side with a nice little note on it saying, "Sale items will not be refunded." That's a no-no under consumer affairs too. So if you're a consumer, keep that in mind. If you own a business, you also need to keep that in mind to remember that under consumer affairs laws, people, if your product is faulty or not as described, you do have the responsibility to then repair, replace, or refund that item, no matter how much on sale it is. Item number 3 this week, and that is the simple fact that us as consumers or as business owners often don't know enough about consumer affairs. So we need to know what we can and can't say and what we can and can't do in relation to the products or services that we supply. And as a consumer, also what our rights are, what rights we have as a consumer. If you've purchased a product, you've handed over cash for an item, you then have certain rights when it comes to that item, whether it be a fault with the item or the product's not as described. So there we go. There's my top 3 learnings from my consumer affairs class this week. Next week we'll be back into customer service to wrap up that unit. Hope you can join me then.